Good. Oh, hey guys. It's actually 3 a.m. right now, so I'm actually semi-tired. I was working on my other projects, and obviously it's very fucking late. That being said, though, it did bring up some topics in head and in my mind, and I just decided I want to share with you. Before that, though, I am Antonio from Acacia Education. So if you're watching my video right now, essentially this will be a channel that gives you guys tips on how to study and different methods of studying and like key concepts of different subjects in high school. Okay, and if you guys like my content that I'll be putting up free, obviously on YouTube, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like, share to other friends, share to all the high school friends that you have, and you know, essentially make everyone's high school life easier so they don't have to spend their time cramming at night and essentially getting shitty grades. Or maybe you get good grades, I don't know, but I'm just saying, why do you want to spend more time, right? I I would rather take that time, go do something else. Yeah. Okay. So I am actually working on my other stuff for my business um, at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's pretty tiring. But at the same time, I have friends complaining to me that it's so late and they have to study super late at night to cram for that freaking midterm or unit test for you guys in summer school or chapter test. Okay, so I decided to make a video real quick um, about how to memorize things faster and better, and essentially use the most powerful way to memorize what you just read. Okay, and this is essentially using the idea of space repetition. Okay, so for space repetition, what it means is that you actually want the brain to forget, okay, to forget, so that it can actually make space for the new material to go inside your head. And this is what we call the spacing effect. So what ended up happening is, for example, if I were to read a bunch of, say, numbers right now, without giving you like say 30 seconds to remember that number, and I ask you to recite that number, you will not be able to do it. Okay, so for example, if I were to say like 15, 18, 20, 19, 20, 21, 22, you'll be essentially stuck in first couple of numbers, and then the rest of it kind of just forgets. Okay, why? Because your brain actually takes a certain amount of time to process information, let it sink in a little bit, and then forget it essentially, and then so that you can make room for more information. At the same time, there's a learning curve. There's this like forgetting curve that actually your brain goes through as you memorize stuff. Like, you essentially, here's a graph, right? Imagine a graph right now. You have the top being 100%, so you just read the information, everything is fresh and clear. As days pass, or as like minutes pass or time pass, this thing actually drops. So what you want to do is you don't want to keep enforcing when it's at 100%. Why? Because your brain actually knows it. You get it? So you're reading old information over and over and over again. Your brain already knows that. So why are you doing that? What you want to do is actually let it sit, so that you have other space for other new information. And then once it hit like somewhere closer to the bottom, you want to reinforce that, let it go up again. So this is why sometimes, like I said, brain is very good at recalling information. So essentially what you're doing is you're forcing it to recall the information at the lowest point. Therefore, if you can do that, or recognize the information at the lowest point, you're essentially triggering out neurons in your head to go like work its hardest to recall that information. And trust me, the harder your brain work at getting at some concept, the better you'll remember it. Okay, this is why when you forget someone's name like one time, and then you look at that guy's face or that girl, um, her face, and then you essentially, it's very very hard to forget that name again. Okay, why? Because your brain essentially worked very hard to like recall that information, get reminded that information, and it shoots right in. Okay, so how you can actually apply it to your learning is by using a space repetition study method, or this taking advantage of the spacing effect. Okay, so how you can do it is, for example, you want to have 6 flashcards, okay, 6 sets of flashcards, and then as you read them, you want to, like, you know how you make flashcards, right? So as you read them, get it right on the other side, you move them one box below. Okay, so you're essentially moving from 1 to 2. Okay, and then from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So what that does is, the more you move down, the less often you review these cards. So for example, box 1 you want to review, say, every 10 minutes. Okay, box 2 you want to review, say, every 30 minutes. Box 3 you want to review, say, every 2 hours. You get the point. Now, in good ideal way of studying, you actually want to do it by days and not by hours or by minutes. But granted, you are cramming, so I would say, like, make it at least an hour. Okay, so box 1 you want to review right away. Box 2, 1 hour later. Box 3, 2 hours later. Box 4, 3 hours later. You get the point. And then as you go down the boxes, the moment you get one box wrong, not one box, like one flashcard wrong in the boxes, you move it up. Okay, move it straight back to box 1. Okay, and why is this so good is because, like I said, your brain, once it remembers it, there's a forgetting curve. So you're forcing it, like I said, right? You're forcing it to recall the information once it's essentially forgotten the information. Okay, at the same time, by starting that flashcard, forcing it to recall, you should back up again if you forget it. Okay, that's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2 is the fact that you're actually spending more time at the stuff you don't know, as opposed to spending time that you already know the stuff. Okay, so what ends up happening is people study very, very fucking hard, but the thing is, they just read the same shit that they already know, right? So when you guys study, what you guys do? Like, you guys read, like, the chapter over and over again, but you're reading the things you already know. You're paying attention to the things you already know, and then you kind of just forget the stuff that's new. Okay, and so by using this method, you're actually forcing yourself to read the stuff you don't know and forget the stuff you already know, because you already know it. So why are you going back to it? Okay, so that's essentially the old method. Okay, the paper way of making this study method work, and this goes very parallel. It goes actually hand in hand with a lot of the other study methods, because you can do it with images, right? Like I said, image recognition thing. Okay, you can use it with there is position, right? You can make a storyline. Okay, storyline, study method, all that stuff. So it goes hand in hand with other study methods as well. Okay, on top of that, you can also use a online edition. A very popular program is called Anki, and use essentially Anki, that program. Go online, look it up. Come on, don't be lazy. Google some things, right? Look up that stuff, and then do the same thing, but it's electronic cue cards. Okay, electronic cue cards, making it a lot easier. Okay, so basically this is what I recommended to a lot of my students to use, and they had good effects, especially in biology, people who have to cram a lot and also in social studies. Okay, for people who, like I said, are working right now very hard under summer school. Okay, and it really does help at the studying and just doing well when you have to memorize a bunch of information. This doesn't work so well with things that say you have to just practice on. So physics and math kinda doesn't work. But obviously there's theories you have to memorize in, say, calculus, right? There's things that you have to memorize in chemistry, in bio, okay? And this type of study method, this type of memorization method is a lot more effective than you sitting there and reading the freaking book. Okay, so that is it for my video right now. I have to get back to work and I have more things to do. That being said, I'll see you guys. I was about to say I'll see you guys next time, but I want to say one more thing is, if you guys like my content and want more free content and want more value and more tips on how to study and specific concepts, comment down below. I'll take a read, or just PM me yourself. Go check out my Facebook channel as well. You can PM me, let me know what kind of content you guys actually want. But if you guys like my content, want to see more of it, and essentially want to get these like notifications, like told you that's telling you, hey, you got a good video coming out from me and you like what you're getting right now, then hit that subscribe button and like. If you like it, well, yeah. If you dislike it, well, I'm sorry. You can go watch your video somewhere else, I guess. But if you like it, if you want more content free, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, okay? And that is it for today. I'll get back to work, and for you guys that's still up at 3 a.m. in the morning, sorry, 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, you guys work hard, go to sleep early. Sleeping early is good. Sleep is nice. And I'll see you guys next time.